Have you ever wished you could learn how to fly? I think we all have, but it turns out you can't. Today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about the sport of pole vaulting. I did competitive pole vault for 6 years and it is such a cool sport that people don't really know much about. First, I will go over some basic aspects of a vault. Then I will talk about the history of the sport, and finally, I will talk about the competitive aspects of pole vault. To begin, I'll talk about the basic aspect of a vault. Pole vaulting is a track and field event where athletes use a long, flexible pole that's usually made of fiberglass. They jump over a bar and land on a mat. Picture yourself as one of these athletes for a moment. You'll begin by finding a pole that is correctly made for your height and weight. Next, you'll begin your approach where you'll run full speed for about 20 steps down a runway, holding the pole. When you get close, you'll raise your right arm high, plant your pole into what is called the box, and you will jump as far as you can. As this is happening, the pole is going to bend, and you're going to swing your legs up into the air as you get close to the bar. Hopefully, you'll be able to twist 180 degrees over the top of the bar and then gracefully on your back onto the mat. Hopefully, your attempt looked something like this. Now I will go into the sport of pole vaulting. How did this strange sport get started? Well, in the Netherlands, long poles were used to clear marshy areas that otherwise you would have to go on a long detour or drive to get around. The earliest competitions were actually based on how far of a distance you could achieve rather than how high, like it is in competitions today. An article that was published in The Economist magazine in 2016 called Pole Vault Records Continue to Tumble, Raising the Bar, tells us that pole vault is very important, that the pole itself is very important, because improvements to the pole materials and manufacturing over the years have completely changed the sport. Poles were initially made from wood or aluminum, and then later bamboo, which was more flexible but not as strong. As the sport progressed, poles were eventually made from carbon fiber or fiberglass like they are today. Now I will talk about the competitive aspects of pole vaulting today. The sport of pole vaulting is very competitive. If you've ever gone to a track and field event, you know that pole vaulting is one of the most fun and exciting events to watch. Now I will talk about a bit about this. The winner of a pole vault competition is the person who can clear the highest bar. At each height, every athlete will get 3 attempts to clear it, and if they fail, if the pole falls, they are eliminated from the competition. A book about sports science that was written in 2007 tells us that in the event of a tie where both vaulters have missed all 3 heights, the tie is broken by determining who had the least number of misses at all of the earlier heights. To put some of these heights that these athletes are clearing into perspective for you, I will tell you some of them. The Utah State High School girls' record for pole vault is 12 feet. That is almost the height of a 1-story building. The world record for women's pole vault is 17 feet. That is the height of an average-sized giraffe. In conclusion, there are many different things to know about this sport. I have talked about the basic aspects of a vault, the history of the sport, and today's pole vaulting competitions. I love this sport because it takes so many aspects of other athletic events and combines them into one fast and exhilarating moment. Plus, if I ever need to launch myself over a tall object, I'll be ready. And hopefully now, you will be too.